This video, Summer Walker, Girls Needs Love, directed by Lacey Duke, was one of the fun ones to do. But before we get started, go ahead and subscribe. Boop. Honestly, I'm trying to stay focused. You must think I've got to be joking when I say hello everybody. Thank you for joining me for another episode of How I Produced It, where I tell you the ins and outs of how I produce music videos, commercials, films, or anything that I have creatively done. So this music video is one of my favorites because it's about female empowerment, female sexuality, and just feeling good about yourself and not being afraid to just lean into that, you know? Lacey reached out to me and she gave me her treatment and told me the budget and the date when the video needed to happen. So as a producer, with those three things, you just need that to get started. So that helps me say, okay, well, how soon do we need to do it? How fast do I need to book crew and vendors for this project? So the first thing I do is I read the treatment. Lacey did a great job of using photos and words to really illustrate what she felt when she heard the song, which is super important to be as specific as possible as a director, because you have to think there are going to be 20-30 people seeing this treatment and they need to all be on the same page and know exactly what you want, because we're on set to make your vision happen. So you could never be too specific in your treatments. So Lacey was super specific, so I could even tell what the video was going to be even without reading the words. I knew it was going to be in the skating ring. I knew it was going to be mainly female driven. I knew it was going to be on the street. And we would need a street permit because you need a street permit to film in Atlanta, especially if you're gonna have such a big production. Like if it's just you and your homie, then y'all can probably get away with it. But us, a crew of about 20 people, we definitely need a permit because we're gonna be shutting parts of the street down. So that's what I do at first glance. I look through the treatment and see, okay, well, what are the hottest items that I need and what's gonna take the most time? So for me, the things that take the most time are the location, which was booking Cascade and getting the film permit for the street. Usually booking crew, it's pretty easy. It's just a text message like, hey, are you available on this day? Pencil that date in for me. And then also what's important as a producer, I always say, is asking the director, what camera do you want to use? What DP do you want to go with? Just some of those things to get you started. Being a producer is a collaboration. So the director is the bride, you're the wedding planner. You two are on the same page but just doing different functions. So it's important for you to get as much information as you need out of the director. You want to ask what camera do you want to use? What DP do you want to use? What set decorator do you want to use? Even what wardrobe stylist. Sometimes directors already have those in mind. And as a producer, you're also being resourceful and pulling your own people and vendors as well. Okay, is there anything I want to say before I start playing this video? Shout out to cinematographer Allgood. Alex is also one of my top 2 DPs when I direct as well. He DP'd the dating app film for me. He DP'd Lululemon. Also this video for Self magazine that I directed as well. So shout out to Alex and shout out to Lacey for contacting me and, you know, just putting me on as well. It's so interesting how you and your career are a blessing to so many other people. So her, you know, just going forward with the call that was on her heart. Whew, I'm about to preach here, y'all. Sorry. The call that's on her heart gave me opportunity, gave him opportunity, and I'm tearing up. But yes, so thank you to her and thank you. Oh, shit. All right, so I'm back. So now that I have dried my face off, let's get started breaking this down. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. So I love the moodiness, and I'm always saying directors, it's important that you get a cinematographer that has your same style. Lacey's style is very moody, like you can feel it. You can feel every single shot, every single angle has this mood to it. So it's important that your DP and your editor are on the same page with you and your vibe, so they can bring to life your vision and your style. So we filmed at Cascade, shout out to them. It cost a pretty penny per hour to film at Cascade, so we were there for maybe 5 hours. I'm not gonna tell you how much, but it was definitely more than 200 an hour. It was more than 300 an hour. It was a nice chunk per hour, but we definitely wanted to make that happen. Shout out to Cara Chin and Kylie for styling this. I love them both. They both have a sexy feminine style. Shout out to all the female skaters that we have as well. This song is my jam. So before we did this shoot, we did a tech scout and a location scout, so we were able to see, you know, what the lighting setups were going to be, where the extras were gonna stand. We just basically map out all those shots before you shoot, so that on the day of shoot, we all know exactly what's going to happen. Every department, the lighting department knows what lights they need. The makeup artists and hair know where they're going. So you just want to, you know, plan things. Planning makes perfect. Is that how it goes? Something like that. And shout out to Paula, who was our art director for the shoot. She was amazing. She made that license plate, customized it. She also got the skates for the skaters who did not own them. And after the shoot, I was able to keep a pair. So, shout out to Paula. That car I found on Craigslist the night before the shoot because Lacey was really specific about the car she wanted. And I'm the type of producer, I want directors to be happy and I want to go for it, because sometimes the most amazing things happen if you just put your all in it. I'm just like, oh, you want that kind of car? We're going to make it happen because it's going to be fly as hell. And it was a dope car, dope-ass car. Found it on Craigslist. And the front light was out, so so we had our VFX artist actually put that front light in. It didn't look like it, but right there, boom, there were no lights on the bottom. So shout out to Nocturnal FX for the visual effects work also. I always say that great beauty work, beauty is basically photo or video retouching. It's like Photoshop for video, is when you can't tell. So there are some shots where we soften Summer's makeup just to clean up her makeup lines. Like, I probably need some beauty on my face right now to clean up my makeup lines, but for females, I always think that's important for you to add that in the budget. So you want to have color correction and beauty. Days on set, filming days are 12 hours. So if you're in at 3, you're done at 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. because you don't include lunch in there. Lunch is most times 30 minutes. So we knew that we needed to have a late starting day because we wanted to film this driving scene at night. And it also worked out for us too because there weren't a lot of people on the road at that time. And this was really a beautiful music video. Shout out to Deji, who was our amazing editor. And Deji is also a director, a writer, and he is also an actor. He is multifaceted, which you know, most people within the industry are multi-talented. So sometimes as a producer, you have some creative say, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's more logistics, and sometimes the creative say is at different moments. So sometimes the creative say is really helping the director reassure them on what they're doing, reassure them that they're hiring the right person, reassure them that, you know, that the items they are selecting are best for the shoot. And that's a part of being a producer as well. So if you have any questions about this shoot, if you want me to give more details about anything, let me know. And if you want to learn one-on-one how to produce, I do teach courses. The link is below in my bio. And if you just need some advice, you know, sometimes you just want to ask one question, then I also offer consultations as well. So yeah, this was fun. This was real. I'm hungry and I'm gonna get something to eat. So talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace.